What's up, One Stop Watchers? I'm using a new thing called Mount Motion, if you know what that is. It's a thing where I put this thing on my neck and then I can film hands-free. So yeah, I'm just doing some spring cleaning right now. And I'm also changing my game room. We used to have a PlayStation right here, a PS4 Pro, but I bought that upstairs now. So yeah. And basically we're just putting DVDs that we don't want on the table there, and keeping DVDs that we do want right over there. So I'm the only one here, so I'm the one making the decisions right now. And yeah, so but I wanted to talk while I did work, and talking to myself is something I did a lot before I had YouTube channel. So now I'm going to talk to you guys. And I'm going to talk about my problems with Dragon Ball GT, the series. So, out of what I've seen, actually, I need to fix the camera angles because I think it's bad. So yeah, I don't know how good this looks. I hope it looks good because I thought this thing was like 5, maybe 10 minutes. So if I did all that just to make this look bad, I'm going to be pretty sad. So anyway, yeah, I had to move the chair so I can move here because there's a bunch of DVDs in here. Those are all books. But yeah, so mostly some of my dad's DVDs. And since he's gone now, we don't have his opinion, so like DVDs that he has that I think mostly just me. Like, my sister doesn't really care for most movies and TV shows that me and my dad, or just my dad would watch. But there's still some good stuff here. There's gotta be some good stuff in here. Like, my dad has Star Wars 1 through 6 on DVD. That's pretty cool. Not counting Rogue One. If you're wondering why I had to point that out, because some people would say, like, Rogue One is episode 3.5, including me and my dad. We watched it in the Follow Theater, and that was pretty cool. I got taken out of school to watch it. Bunch of old Kung Fu movies, and, like, well, like, he has like, DVDs that, like, banned. Not CDs, DVDs with, like, videos of, like, songs. Like, songs that bands made. And sometimes not even, like, actual videos. It's just them, like, playing it. We have so many goddamn DVDs. Anyway, back to what this video is about. My problems with Dragon Ball GT. So, out of all the Dragon Ball GT series, out of all the Dragon Ball series, GT is my favorite. We have all of it on DVD. It's the easiest to store, which is nice. Give me this. But yeah, so that might be why GT is my favorite, because we don't have like unlimited room here, so we can't get all like Z easily. I don't know if you want to. But yeah, we can't just keep all of Dragon Ball or like Super or like most Dragon Ball series. We can't just have them all on DVD in our house easily. And that's how we got GT. And for the longest time, I've never seen season 2. But now I have. But for the longest time, we had season 1 and we kept watching it. It was really good. And it was on a huge cliffhanger, so we really wanted to get season 2. But we just couldn't find it. And I don't think I've told this story before, but I don't know, maybe it's actually a surprisingly good movie. Anyway, after, like, I think possibly, like, not even lying, possibly a decade, we finally found Dragon Ball GT, the complete series, which is season 1, 2, and not many people know this, but there is a GT movie. Some really sudden hit when you have them. But yeah, Dragon Ball GT got 2 seasons and movie, and that's how they ended it. So this is my full perspective. So yeah, Dragon Ball GT used to be like, I think number like 9 and then number 10 at some point in my top 10 favorite animes. But now it's off the list, but still up there, like, in the honorable mentions. So, yeah. Season 1 is awesome. Season 1 is why I have it up that high. Like, I had it on the list before I even saw Season 2. And Season 2 might be what brought it off, to be honest. If Season 2 was good, it might still have been on the list. Like, if it was as good or better than Season 1, it might still be on the list. Like, for any people who are watching through all of, like, the whole Dragon Ball series or just GT, I would recommend watching Season 1 and the movie. I would say watch all of Season 1 many times. Like, and then watch Season 1, like, once. And then watch the movie, like, every now and then. Like, I don't really have an exact number, not a whole lot, because the movie's still pretty ass. But it's leagues better than Season 2. So, in Season 1, this is the story of Dragon Ball GT. The Emperor Pilaf comes to get the Black Star Dragon Balls to become king. And Goku, now an adult, stops him. Until he accidentally wishes for Goku to become a kid again. And then they debate about what to do, because the Black Star Dragon Balls get scattered across planets, not just Earth. So eventually, they decide to just have Goku grow up again. But then, the guy whose name I can't remember for some reason, tells them that that's not going to work, because if they don't collect all the Black Star Dragon Balls in a year, Earth would be destroyed with all of them. So, then they decide that Goku and Gohan are going to go on this mission. And then eventually, this is never explained, but Gohan eventually can't go. So they decided to do Goku, Trunks, and Goten, with many protests from Trunks and Goten. And then Han wants to go, but they tell her no. And when after Trunks and Goku get on the ship, Pan makes it blast off before it was ready. And then a piece falls off that was very important, so they crash land on the planet Namek, which is a shopaholics dream and nightmare at the same time. Because you can buy anything on that planet, but the second you land there, you will be pressured to buy everything. This is a good movie if you've never seen it. Zombieland, very funny. Also, getting all the Star Wars movies over there, because you gotta keep the Star Wars movies. Come on, obviously. So, and then they realize the problem that the planet has is their leader, Emperor Don Qi, is basically keeping all of them there as prisoners and making them spend all of their money until they run out of money and eventually die. Which is not cool. So, yeah, if you think inflation is bad on Earth, you have not seen anything yet until you watch Dragon Ball GT. It's insane. So, yeah. No, I'm gonna look through this bucket, look through the shelf, and this bucket is my DVDs, but there might be some that I don't like anymore. Anyway, so, yeah. They want to help this planet as well. They don't just want to get off this planet. After seeing how bad it is, now they want to help everyone on the planet. So, first they steal the ship back, because they get the ship back. And then, they fight their way to Emperor's Donkey's palace. And then they fight Legic. And they basically defeat all of Donkey's guards, because Donkey doesn't actually have any powers himself. He has power, but the people he hires has power. So his power is his money. Basically what I'm trying to get at here. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Reminds me of Diodora from High School DxD, kind of. Like, oh, I don't have any powers myself. I'm gonna lose to the main character. Like when we start trying to fight. But all of my henchmen are gonna have more power than 50 million of me combined. Yeah, that was really annoying. At least, but I will say one thing. At least Diodora actually did try to fight. He did try to fight. You say, sure, he got warped, but he still tried to fight at least. I don't know, so. This movie was disappointing. Anyway, yeah, so. Oh, you probably could. I've been just, watch that movie, I never have. I don't want like a one thing. Remember, these were pretty good. That was disappointing. Alright, so. We have Wonderful, so we don't need that one. That one really good. So, yeah. And now they can actually move on to doing their mission, being getting the Black Hole Black Star Dragon Balls before the Earth exploded. Because the Earth being exploded wouldn't be very cool, now would it? No, is the answer, it wouldn't. So, yeah, speaking of Dragon Ball, you see, here it is, see? The complete series, episode 1 to 64 plus movie. There's 64 episodes and then a movie. So, yeah. So, all in all, and then they move on to a giant planet where the Dragon Star gets stuck inside an apple, is eaten by a giant, and then gets stuck inside the giant's cavity. And then they have to get out of the giant's tooth. And then they move on to another planet. I don't remember what the next planet was. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. They move on to a planet that has some problems of their own. There's a giant monster on that planet who can make earthquakes just by wiggling his whiskers. So then, they decide that by cutting off his whiskers, that will help, apparently. I don't think it would help. Because I'm not sure the anatomy of this creature. Dunama was his name. But I'm pretty sure the muscles to wiggle his whiskers were not determined just by his whiskers. So anyway, they only managed to cut off one of his whiskers and not both. But they also gave him a food that was induced by some kind of very strong drink that made him pass out, and then he got a tipsy. And he didn't have the power to create whiskers, only the power to predict them. But at this point, he didn't know how, but he didn't realize he didn't realize it was over because he was too tipsy. And then a giant earthquake that made a volcano erupt happened. And then Goku destroyed the volcano. And then they got the Dragon Ball from this, that they put in this girl's hair. Because it looks nice, I guess, I don't know. And then, I don't remember exactly how they got all the Dragon Balls, but I do remember that they had this annoying little runt named Giru, who I actually really like, but they thought he was annoying. Especially Pan. But he ate the Dragon Ball later, so they had to keep him long. But Pan and Giru's relationship does go and they become friends. Hopefully. And then they go to Yu's planet where he's seen as a hero because he brought the boss of the planet, whatever his name was, the Dragon Balls. Even though they only had 4 at the time. Pit stops like this. And there was a lot of weird stuff that happened. Like when they were trying to catch Yu and stuff and they thought Trunks died and everything. It was a lot. You kind of... For some of these things, I have to say, it was a lot. You kind of have to watch it to understand it more. Partially because I forgot what happened. Because it's been a while since I watched it. Because I haven't had a whole lot of time to sit through 2 seasons and a movie when I'm doing a bunch of other stuff. I might watch it again in the summer though, if I'm like not alone. If I'm like with my friend. I could bring my friend and his brother over here, but doesn't matter. So, yeah. Moving on. After they get all the Dragon Balls, I can't tell you how. It must have not been that interesting because I can't even remember. Probably some like... Oh, there was one planet, and there was this guy named... There was a bunch of like weird monsters, and the most powerful, aka leader of that planet, was named Lord Lude, which had a whole cult following. And it turned out to be some kind of weird robot thing. So yeah, that was an interesting planet. And eventually they defeat the whole thing, get the Dragon Ball, blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter. A lot of stuff happened on the planet, though. That's all you really need to know. So, they also have some stuff happen on the ship and on things on the planet and stuff like that. So, yeah, and then when they get back to, eventually they find Baby in space, who gets all the way back to Earth and possesses and lays eggs inside of people to take them over. And when they get back, Baby uses the Dragon Balls to restore his planet. Right after, they just got them all. And then they spend the whole rest of the season and some of season 2 fighting Baby. Meaning that after they defeat Baby, it's already too late and they have to go over to planet Baby to live there because Earth is going to be destroyed. Also, there's going to be yeah, there's gonna be huge spoilers in this video. But, like, you should already know that because it's the Dragon Ball video, so it's supposed to be spoilers. And then Piccolo fucking dies. So, the body that Baby possesses for the whole thing is basically Vegeta, so he has Saiyan powers that he can use as well. So, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, heavy. Okay. There's some stuff scattered around in here, too. Oh no, I dropped Chipback. Oh no, I dropped Chipback, everyone's favorite Alvin and Chipmunks movie. I shouldn't mind this one, to be honest. Yeah, my opinions suck. Thank you for noticing. So anyway. Moving on. I'm gonna be thinking about a TIFF I want to watch too. I'm guessing she won't watch Tangled. Live action Lion King, I should probably pick that too. Maybe I shouldn't do this in the dark. We'll find some other movies too, but I'll keep this one out for now. Alright, so back to GT. So after they defeat Baby is where the series takes a huge plummet in goodness. Like, what I love, the only thing that I like about the series after they beat Baby is the ideas. This movie is ass. I don't know that movie. Girls is always fun. I'll watch that at some point if you actually know what it is. We'll be nutting stuff down a lot. I don't know if stuff down or not. This is just terrifying. Don't care for that. Alright, so, yeah. A lot happens. A lot that should be good happens. But not a lot of it is actually good. Despite how good it really should be. Basically, everything that happens is pretty bad. I saw this and I really wanted to like it, but it's like a really weird old He-Man that was not good. My mother hates Steven Beauty, she might like it. But both of these are ass. Alright, so we can put the good ones back in here now. So, yeah. Like, the ideas that I really enjoyed were... So, they were kind of trying to celebrate by defeating Baby, and yeah, so... I actually was watching this when I filmed my first video. I don't remember if it was the first time or not, but me and my dad were watching it. Anyway, yeah, so... Okay, actually use the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. So, yeah. They defeat Baby in a very long and epic fight. That is the last good part of the series. The rest of the series, I would say, is not worth watching more than once. It's terrible, but you're gonna die wondering what would happen if you really enjoyed the first season, which you should, because it's actually good. But yeah, just watch the first one and don't bother with the second season after the first time watching it, I would say. I can actually put some good movies in here at the bottom. Oh, we gotta keep the Jungle Book, are you kidding me? Live action and cartoon, I keep them both. So yeah, back to what the hell I was saying. The ideas in season 2 is the only good part about the movie. The ideas they have, they're solid, they're great. But watching these ideas on paper, they sound like they make a great episode. The ideas actually being shown, kind of like mediocre at best, ass at worst. So the first idea that they have is all of Goku's enemies are coming back, and Goku gets sent to a different dimension where he has to fight Frieza and Cell infinitely until something that I don't exactly remember. I don't know why I don't remember it, I just don't. Get off my back, please. So, then, if we look at what's next, this is terrible. That sounds like a really good idea, right? It does. If you don't think it does, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, I thought that would be a lot of fun to watch. It wasn't. It was boring. Me, along with many other people, love the Cell and Frieza saga. And we didn't see the whole saga again. But it was this episode was. The actual saga was really cool, but I already said all that. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. Like, if this was just one bad episode, I still would have been pissed off that they ruined an idea this awesome. But I would have excused it and just moved on with my life. But no, they take another really cool idea and ruin it. The next idea is that there's 2 Android 17s. That there are 2 Android 17s. And they have to merge together to become one super Android 17. Which also sounds like a pretty cool idea. Another super cool idea went down the drain by being executed terribly. Why? Stop taking these amazing ideas and ruining them. So yeah. Then after that, and maybe a couple other terrible episodes, we move on to the Shenron saga, where Goku, Pan, and I think maybe Trunks, or maybe just Goku, Pan, and Gyu, have to go on another adventure to find the Dragon Balls. Finally, this is what I was wanting. No, fuck you. You don't get to see the adventure. Bessie is always in there. But the show, the kids were like, no, fuck you. You don't get to see the adventure. You see them find the Dragon Ball. And there's another thing I really liked that they did. They don't just get the Dragon Balls. The Dragon Balls all turn into different dragons. So now what they have to do is they have to fight the dragon to get the Dragon Balls. Which I think is an awesome idea. I don't care who you are, but that sounds really cool to me. Like, you can disagree with me and be wrong, but that is an awesome idea. Like, if you like Dragon Ball and that doesn't sound awesome to you, you're not really a Dragon Ball fan. It's just that simple. Also, overhated. The old live-action Mario movie, super overhated. I thoroughly enjoyed myself when watching the live-action Mario movie that I bought at a pawn shop for that fist off $3, and I brought it home and popped it in immediately. Okay, so one thing I did like is that the Shenrons have different ways to defeat them all. And then, this is a part that I hear a lot of people talk about when they want to watch Season 2. The Omega Shenron fight. This is the part of the fight that's on social media all the time. Parts of the Omega Shenron fight is on social media. Maybe even the full Omega Shenron fight. Especially the Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 fusion. Yes, that sounds cool. I can understand if you want to see that. That's why I'm saying maybe watch it once if you really want to see Gogeta. Well, actually, no. Here, I'll say it like this. Definitely watch it once. Only once. Alright, if you watch it that one time, then you're done. Alright? So then they get all the Dragon Balls back. And the reason why the Dragon Balls actually were cracked and turned into dragons is because the Dragon Balls were being overused. Wow, did you guys overuse the Dragon Balls and got them cracked? Shame. But yeah, they overused the Dragon Balls, and now they're cracked. So yeah. And then, go to the end, there's the movie. the movie is also terrible. Alright, so I always see movies being usually more epic than series, no matter what it is. Especially when with like the climaxes and stuff. And one thing that I like about this movie is that it's going back to the adventure stuff that I loved in the first one. But this kid is a wimp. He cries about everything. He has basically no powers. And he's Pan's grandson? This is Pan's grandson. Who are his parents? Anyway, yeah. Pan dies in this. Just straight up fucking dies. And Pan was always the one defending this wimp. Kid. He's also a Saiyan because Pan was a quarter Saiyan. But this is Pan's grandson, and Pan is a quarter Saiyan. How much of a Saiyan is this kid? I mean, it can't be much if Pan is already a quarter Saiyan, right? These are the questions we need to answer that never get answered. They don't even call it Super Saiyan anymore. They call it going blonde. Oh wait. You're going blonde? Not Super Saiyan? Oh, that's way cooler. What the fuck? It's very annoying. Anyway. That's my problem with Dragon Ball GT. But apparently, I'm wrong, because almost basically every review I saw of Dragon Ball GT said that season 1 was ass, and then season 2 was really good. So I guess I'm just wrong. Or something. I don't know. Comment down below your opinions on Dragon Ball GT, or comment down below a video you want to see me do on a different anime. Anyway, I need to continue spring cleaning, so see you guys next time. Peace out, dudes, and mwah. Look at these.